It's Karen. I'm back to share my first design team project for AngeldreamCraftsKim on Etsy for the month of February. I used one of the exploding boxes from Michael's, and then I covered it with paper and added beautiful trims and flowers and blings from Kim's shop to create this pretty little box. Kim has beautiful things in the store. She's getting new things in all the time. And there's just so many things that she's getting into the store. You really need to go and check it out. And I will leave links to the store and her Facebook group and the Instagram below, and also links to all the designers, so you can go over and be inspired by what they're creating. So let's have a look at this box. It's a 4x4-inch box that I added feet onto the bottom, so it sits up higher. What you're seeing right now is the lid, and I'm going to come back and describe all the beauty on the lid in a second here. I'm just going to open it up and briefly show you the inside. And again, it's one of those exploding boxes, and so I covered it all with this beautiful paper, and the paper is just from my stash. And then in the bottom of the box, I put this, it's half of a puffy heart that was like an ornament on the Christmas tree. I had them. They were from the dollar store, and I had still half of one laying on my desk. So I decided to cover it with this heart-shaped lace with this bling on it around the edge, and then put one of Kim's pretty little flowers. That's a cutout from one of her laces, and this is her heart, beautiful heart bling in the center of that flower. And I did dye, it's a cotton trim that's was in the shop, might still be some in the shop, and you could, it's all flowers joined together and you could cut them apart. And I dyed it in some avocado dye and then added just a touch of red food dye because it wasn't the right shade of pink for me, and it dyed beautifully. And then I just put some little Hershey's Kisses in that little dish to show that you could actually put a piece of jewelry, something inside the box, and then you could also, of course, put all your photos in all the little photo spots that are available in these exploding boxes. And then there's the little heart shapes in the corner. So very, very pretty. Turned out really nice. I was very happy with how it all finished. And then on the sides, I added this at the top, all the way around on the top, I added this pretty little trim from Kim's shop. It's an eyelet trim, and it just has a stitched side on it here, and I just rolled that over the top of the box, and I added some little flat back pearls into the center of that. And then along the bottom is just a trim from my stash. And then on each of the sides in the corner, I added one of these little flowers with the leaves that is from one of her dangle trims, and I just cut this piece off. That was in my design team kit this month. I cut that part off. It had a couple more leaves here and then more trim at the top. So I just cut this piece out and then added it on the side here and added a little flat back pearl in the center. And that I did on all three sides. And then on the front of the box, I did a collection of the same flowers that are like from the same trim that's in this little flower in the bottom of the box there. And so they, again, is that cotton trim. I dyed it the pink color, and then I added in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of it. This is part of one. And then I made the bling centers with just some rhinestones that I had and some flat back pearls. I added in one of her little bling hearts that she had in the shop, that I still had one in my stash, so pretty. And then this is one of her pretty cabochons, and this one actually has some flowers on it, the clock, and it says love on it. And I thought it looked really pretty in the center of that flower. That's the outside of the box. And then the lid, I put this beautiful trim from her shop that I had in my design team package. I put that all around the edge here, and to me it just has such beautiful detail. I didn't do anything else to it. Inside the lid of the box, I made a little fabric heart and then I put a wire around it and wrapped it with some beads. And I put one of her little bling bows on there, and then a little collection of one of the little flowers that was on the side. Oh, I should add a pearl in the middle of that. I forgot to do that. I'll have to do that. One of the little flowers like what's on the side. This is the eyelet trim that's around the top of the box here. And I just made a little flower out of that, gathered it up, and then I added one of her little paper flowers that was in my paper bundle in the center of that to make that little collection there in the lid. And then on the top of the lid, I used, again, you can see those flowers again that I cut from the dangle trim. And there's one here with the leaves. There's one here. And there's a couple tucked in the back here with the leaves. And then I put in some of the fabric or the leaves that were in the flower bundles that I got. And I just did Mod Podge them and added diamond dust to them. There's one there, one here. And actually there's two here. So this is one of the bigger ones, and I cut it down a little bit and tucked it way in underneath the flower. And these are each the smaller ones. And they take the diamond dust beautifully with Mod Podge, and they just add that beautiful sparkle. These are little hearts, flat back hearts that were in her shop, and I added a few of those in, scattered them on top the lid. This was a bling that was in my design team package, and I added that to the top. This was pink flower, was one that Kim had made me a long time ago, and I still had it in my stash. I took out the center that she had put in, and I put one of these little paper flowers that was in my bundle that I got from her shop for this month to work with, and I added that to the center of it. And then these are the little foam roses here and here. Here's two more of those little ones like what's in the lid with a little bit of a yellow stamen in the middle. And here's one of the paper roses here, and then another one of those paper roses like what's in the center is here. And there's another one tucked in here as well. And that sort of created that beautiful collection on the top of the lid. And then I added in, these I've had in my stash for a while. They were in her shop last year. These pretty little, they're little tiny little stick pins and with little hearts on them. And I added just 3 little pearls and some little silver spacer beads in there. And then I tucked them into the top there as well to add to that sort of collection that goes on the lid of this box, which is really the showcase of the box. And it just turned out so pretty, and that collection of flowers and with the bling that she has in her shop, is just perfect to work with. This little bit of pearl around the edge is just from my stash. And then to finish the bottom of the box, I just put a little bit of that, 1 row of that pearl string that I had in my stash, and 4 1-inch flat back pearls to make the feet. I just think it elevates the box up and makes it look so much nicer when it's sitting up on these nice big flat back pearls. So that is my design team project from the first part of February. And I'm really pleased with how she turned out. I think she's a real beauty, and I really love the supplies that Kim gave me to work with. I think it really helped bring her together and make her just something very special. And again, don't forget to check out all the links in the description box below, and go over to AngeldreamCraftsKim on Etsy and pick up some supplies for yourself and have some fun crafting. I'll talk to you guys all soon. Bye for now.